Hello everybody. During my travels during the last several years, I haven't visited record stores much. Sometimes it's been a conscious decision, sometimes it's been, well, just a coincidence that I simply haven't gone to record stores. But during this month I visited a couple of record stores, so I decided to make a short video about those. This first record actually doesn't fit the description or the title of the video because I bought this one from Finland. I usually don't show records that I have already shown within my record updates, but I decided to show this one because I don't remember if I showed this 3 years ago or not. And even though I bought this from Finland, Ahvenanmaa, it was advertised at the time as visit another country while within Finland, so I decided to include this one. This is Spanish Harlem by Benny King. By music style, this is like a thematical album. This is all Spanish Latin music. I thought it was very good. I just listened to this yesterday. There were a couple of songs, Frenesy and Bésame Mucho, which I didn't like the arrangements within those songs. But other than that, I thought it was really good album. So yeah, glad to have this one. Okay, then over to this month, I went to Germany, and I was meant to visit 2 record stores, but while there I checked the opening hours of the other store and it just said closed for every day, so I assumed they have gone out of business. So I went to this other store, and I thought that they had really like wide variety of music styles. They had like African music and electronic and alternative and folk and country and classic rock. But I didn't find much there to buy, so I ended up only with 2 records. This first one was really great. This is Townsend Sand, Delta Mama Blues, one of his early albums. So yeah, was very happy to include that one into my collection. With this next one I have to make a small confession. This was now the 3rd time that I have bought a record with the main idea that I will either make a good trade with it or will sell it for profit. With the 2 previous times it didn't work out because with both of those records the value went down, and nowadays they cost about half of what the original selling price was. But with this one, at some point I had noticed that this value of this one had gone up, so this time I was fairly confident that I will make a good trade with it. But coming home I checked the value again, and no, it had gone down again at some point. So I have Led Zeppelin, Rock and Roll, Back with Friends. So yeah, even if I won't be able to make a good trade with this one, at least I have Led Zeppelin single in my collection. Okay, that was it for the Germany, and a couple of days later I went to Sweden, and again I was meant to visit 2 record stores, but in the end I only visited 1. First find was Concrete Blonde, Happy Birthday, Back with Run Run Run. Now the main reason why I bought this was simply because I had never seen a Concrete Blonde single before. I have been thinking that I may make a video about my one-off singles. I have quite a few singles from bands and artists which I only have 1 single by. There's several different reasons why I have ended up buying those singles. So maybe I'll make a video about those at some point. Next one was Scorpions, Sting in the Tail. A very good album. I like this slight deviation from their style, but still very much recognizable Scorpions style. Yeah, good album. I'll get back to this one a bit later. Okay, next purchase was Supergrass, St. Petersburg 10-inch EP. This is a vinyl reissue of the CD single from 2005. I'm not familiar with the last 2 albums, Road to Ruin and was it Life on Other Planets. So this one came as a big surprise to me. I mean, I know that they always change their style to some degree with each of the album, but because I didn't know those albums. This one was a big surprise and very, very pleasantly surprised. I like this a lot. The songs here are St. Petersburg, Coffee in the Pot, and live versions of Kiss of Life and Road to Ruin. Yeah, also comes with printed inner, and this statue is in St. Petersburg. I visited there myself. Okay, I was already at the counter waiting to pay my purchases when I happened to spot this one on the other side of the counter, and I went to see this. Over the years I have seen this many times, but it's always been either in too bad condition or too expensive, and many times it's been both too expensive and in too bad condition. But this time I found this in very good condition. It looks to be original British mono pressing. This is Beatles Magical Mystery Tour double 7-inch EP. I've had this one on LP for I don't know, 3 decades already. Yeah, when I came home I checked the information about this, and I noticed that the far as the stereo version of this one goes, it says that if it has blue lyric pages, then it's the first pressing. If it's got pink, then it's the second pressing. But that was for the stereo pressing. There was no information about the mono pressing, but I assume that the same applies to mono version also. So yeah, very glad to finally add this one to my collection, and this is also my very first Beatles 7-inch release in my collection. Now getting back to this one. This one was a slight mistake on my part, because I have seen this one over here several times, so I don't think it would have been very difficult to find here. But my main mistake was that I have said this one before, and I probably will say this again at some point. But my style of going to the record store is that at first I go through the entire shop when I start going through the record racks. I don't pick up anything at first. I first go through this store, and then I come back to those which have sparked my interest. And so it was this time also, but my style also means that I always forget something. I forgot that I had seen that one, and I had seen that one, and only later on I remembered, oh yeah, I left that one behind. Now, instead of this one, even though I think it's a good one, I should have bought David Bowie's Nassau Coliseum 76, which I haven't seen here at all. But I ended up with a good album anyway. So, that was it for this time. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.